The screen flickers to life with a single, trembling voice. "Sir, this boy lived with me in the orphanage." The billionaire's face drains of color, his champagne flute frozen halfway to his lips. If that sentence just punched you in the chest, smash the like button right now and subscribe with notifications on. We're diving into a story that will wreck you and rebuild you in the next 10 minutes. Karachi, monsoon season. The sky is the color of old bruises, and the gutters overflow with the city's discarded dreams. Inside St. Jude's home for orphans, the air smells of boiled dal and wet concrete. 12-year-old Aisha sits on the edge of her iron cot, knees drawn to her chest, tracing the cracked photo she keeps under her pillow, a boy with a crooked grin and a scar shaped like a lightning bolt on his left eyebrow. His name is Bilal. 3 nights ago, he vanished with nothing but the clothes on his back and a promise whispered through the bars of the girls' dormitory. "I'll come back rich, Aisha. Rich enough to buy this whole place and burn the rules." She hasn't slept since. Across the city, in a glass tower that scrapes the clouds, 35-year-old Hamza Khan stares at quarterly reports that could buy small countries. His suits are Italian, his watch is Swiss, his conscience a locked drawer he hasn't opened in 23 years. He signs another deal, another zero added to the empire he built from the ashes of a childhood he refuses to name. The scar on his eyebrow itches when it rains. He tells himself it's psychosomatic. The orphanage's annual fundraiser is held in the ballroom of the Pearl Continental. Crystal chandeliers drip light onto silk saris and tailored tuxedos. Hamza attends because his PR team says it humanizes the brand. He stands at the podium, voice smooth as aged whiskey, promising scholarships, new roofs, a future. The audience claps politely. He feels nothing. Then a girl in a faded blue frock pushes through the crowd. Her sandals are held together with tape. Her eyes are older than her body. She clutches a microphone meant for the MC and says the words that stop his heart. "Sir, this boy lived with me in the orphanage." The room hushes. Phones rise like periscopes. Hamza's security team moves in, but he lifts one hand. "Stop." He descends the stage as if walking through water. Up close, Aisha smells of talcum powder and fear. She pulls the photo from her pocket and holds it up. The scar. The grin. His own face, younger, poorer, braver. Memory floods him like sewage through a broken pipe. He remembers the night the matron locked the pantry because 3 boys stole bread. He remembers Bilal, skinny, fearless Bilal, prying open the window with a rusted spoon so Aisha could eat. He remembers the fever that took their friend Tariq, the way Bilal held the boy's hand until the end, whispering stories about spaceships made of cardboard. He remembers the day the rich couple came looking for a light-skinned, quiet child, and how Bilal shoved Hamza forward, hissing, "Go. One of us has to make it out." Hamza went. Bilal stayed. He never looked back. Now Aisha's voice cracks. He said he'd return when he could fix everything. He hasn't. The roof leaks worse. Sister Mary's cough sounds like gravel. And the new boys, they cry at night because they think no one's coming. She looks straight into Hamza's eyes. "Are you him? Are you Bilal?" The ballroom is a vacuum. Someone's phone live streams, the view count climbs into the thousands. Hamza's knees buckle. He kneels, billionaire in bespoke wool, on the marble floor in front of a girl who weighs less than his briefcase. "I'm sorry," he whispers. The words taste like rust. Aisha studies him. "Sorry doesn't patch holes." He laughs, a broken sound. "No. It doesn't." The next morning, the city wakes to headlines, tycoon collapses at charity gala. But Hamza is already moving. He cancels board meetings. He drives himself, alone, to St. Jude's in a car that costs more than the building. The children peek from windows as he hauls in boxes, mattresses, medicine, a generator that hums like a lullaby. He finds Sister Mary in the infirmary, lungs rattling. He books her into the best hospital money can buy and sits by her bed until she sleeps. Aisha watches from doorways, arms crossed. Trust is a currency she spent long ago. Weeks blur. Hamza returns daily. He learns the names of every child. He eats their dal, sits on their cots, listens to nightmares. He teaches coding on second-hand laptops he bought with pocket change, his pocket change. When the municipality threatens to shut the orphanage for code violations, he buys the deed outright and dares them to try. One night, thunder shakes the windows. Aisha finds him on the roof, staring at the scar the rain can't wash away. She sits beside him, legs dangling over the edge. "You kept the photo," he says. "You kept the promise," she replies. "Just took the long way." He tells her about the foster homes that smelled of bleach, the nights he cried into pillows that weren't his, the first time he stole a loaf of bread and swore he'd never be hungry again. He tells her how he changed his name from Bilal to Hamza because Bilal sounded like someone who could still be hurt. She listens without judgment, then rests her head on his shoulder, a weight lighter than guilt but heavier than gold. The orphanage transforms. New dorms rise where the old kitchen leaked. A library blooms with books in Urdu and English. The children plant mango trees in the courtyard. Hamza waters the first sapling himself, mud caking his designer shoes. Sister Mary returns, cheeks pink, scolding him for spoiling them. He grins and takes the scolding like medicine. But the story isn't over. The past has teeth. A letter arrives, yellowed, postmarked 15 years ago. Inside, a child's scrawl. "If you're reading this, I didn't make it. Tell Aisha the stars are real. B." Hamza's hands shake. He realizes the boy who stayed behind never planned to leave. He'd sold his own escape to push Hamza through the gate. He shows Aisha the letter under the new solar lights. She reads it twice, then folds it into her pocket. "He's still here," she says, tapping her chest. "In both of us." The final scene, graduation day for the first batch of St. Jude scholars. Aisha, now 17, stands at the podium in a blazer Hamza bought her, second-hand, because she insisted. She speaks of second chances, of roofs that no longer leak, of a brother who came back richer in ways money can't count. Cameras flash. Hamza stands in the back, eyes wet, scar hidden beneath a cap he borrowed from a kid. Aisha finds him afterward. "You kept the promise," she says. "We both did," he answers. She hugs him fierce and quick, the way orphans learn to, before someone can take it away. Then she runs to join her friends, laughter echoing under a sky finally free of rain. The screen fades to black. White text appears. Every child deserves a roof, a meal, a future. If this story moved you, like, subscribe, and share it. Then do one thing today: smile at a kid, donate a book, believe second chances are real. Because somewhere, a Bilal is still waiting to come home. The end.